Hey guys, I am here and I'm actually doing my own nails, which is a rarity when it comes to me doing a video of myself. But I did this hand first and I thought, oh, I'm sending this glitter out starting today in all of the orders that are going out from Luvnailz. And so I wanted to show you what I was doing with mine with them, which is a bit of a silver snow blue fade with some extra sparkle. So I figured I would do the other hand and then just jump on here and show you guys what I did. So if you wanted to see, you could. So first I'm going to, so I've done these ones and they're a little bit bumpy because I was filing this hand and so they got a little bit dusty, but it'll be fine. So no worries about that. But all I've done is just a fill with Trinity over all of these. So I'm going to start with my platinum quartz. Now, if you're using these, hold on, sorry, my volume on my other thing was talking and I didn't want to hear it. Okay. So if you're using these metallics from Akzentz, you want to make sure that you have a different brush for them because they are impossible to get out of your brush. So just make sure you have a different brush for the metallics. I'm using the 106 brush and getting as close as I can. Now you don't have to do this on both coats because you don't need 2 coats. These metallics are really, really pigmented, and a lot of the time I can get away with just 1 coat, especially with something like this that it's going to have just glitter over the top of it anyway. So I'm just going to get as close as I can, which to do that, it's helpful if you get some gel in front of your brush and push it towards the cuticle. That's how I get it underneath there a little bit. And I had prepped with the 2S football bit, so it lifts my cuticle up just a little bit, which helps. So this is a little bit of a tedious process. And of course, doing it on myself under the camera is a little bit tricky sometimes. All right. I hope everyone had a great Christmas. Mine was lovely. But I get to go up to the mountains tomorrow, and my nails were like 6 weeks old. So it was time to change them up, and since I'm changing them early January, and I love this snow blue, and I created this glitter for you. Now these glitter mixes, like I send out in the orders, they are one-of-a-kind mixes. So I typically will mix a couple of different glitters together to create, there's some right there on my hand. I will typically mix a couple different glitters together to create those, and once it's gone, it's gone. So I try to change them out about once a month or so. It just depends on how many orders I get, of how many get to go out, but you can't buy them, and they're only available until they're sold out. So anyway, all I'm doing here is I'm just pulling it down towards the end. And if you wanted to do kind of an ice tip and you sculptured the tips of your nails, you could just leave that totally clear. And you would kind of have this icicle effect, which would be pretty cool. But I wanted a blue tip, so I'm going to go with blue. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So get as close as I can. So now I'm just going to go ahead and flash cure this for just a few seconds. Just make sure it's good enough. I'm just going to flash this for a few seconds. So when I go ahead and do my blue, it doesn't kind of mix with the silver, but I don't need to do a full cure. It'll continue curing later. All right, so then I'm going to go straight to my snow blue, which when you put the 2 of them next to each other, it's a very subtle fade. but that's kind of what I was going for. I wanted it, you know, when you hold it away from bright light, you can definitely see it a little bit easier. And when you look kind of at an angle, you see it. So I wanted it really subtle. But I definitely wanted kind of a white towards the cuticle, and I wanted to pick up the blue towards the tip. So that is the Snow Blue. And again, I'm just doing one quick coat. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is going to have all kinds of glitter all over it as well. But from underneath, you'll see the little bit of sparkle, which is nice. Oh, I saw a thumbs up out corner of my eye. So hello to whoever's watching. I don't see any comments, but that could just be my tablet behaving badly. For some reason, it's not always showing me the comments, unless there are none, and everyone's quiet. We're enjoying their family still on this lovely day after Christmas. We had a good time yesterday. My husband, if you watched the video on what I gave my husband, if you're Facebook friends with me, on principle, he does not want to wear it, but I did tell him that it does have just a vibration setting, so it can work like a pager, and he's okay with that. But he doesn't want to be shocked. But, oh, that was just so funny. It was genius. All right. Let me wipe this little bit of glitter off my hand. It's like a preview. I'll just leave it. It's fine. Okay, so after I've done my tip with the blue, it's just a real simple, quick thing. Again, I'm just going to flash this, and I'm going to wipe off my brush. So, next, I am going to use this Luxio Silver. There are 3 of these glittery Luxios. There's a silver, a gold, and a rose gold. So if you don't have them kind of in your arsenal, you really should. They're quite sparkly. If someone wants just a sparkly silver, sometimes I'll do the platinum quartz if they want kind of that white silver, and do a coat of this over the top, or 2 coats, and it will turn out amazing. If you find that yours is too clear and your glitter has settled to the bottom, just give it a really good tightening and let it sit upside down for a while, and that will help move your glitter around. All right, so let's close up that. Now we're going to glitter. So I'm going to do 1 nail at a time typically, because it always takes me longer to do my own nails, and I don't want it to move on me too much. So I'm just gonna do 1 nail, and I'm using the silver here as my glue. So dab your brush on it and it will pick up your glitter for you, and then just move it around. What I really like about this glitter that I created for you all is that it has almost these like glass shard bits that are super shiny, and some of these circles are matte, which, as you know, if you are a nail tech, matte is kind of all the rage still. And so it's kind of cool to have a mixture of these shiny circles and matte circles and these like little shards of what look like broken glass into the nail. And I'm just kind of doing a fade. I want it to be totally white at the cuticle as it grows out, just because I go so long between doing my nails. I kind of pay attention to how they're going to look in a month. And I will often get the most compliments as they're growing out if I do a fade like this, because they don't see the grow out, they just see the fade. So I'll just fade it up to the white. Sometimes I fade it and it's just clear, but that's it. Just dab that around, and you don't have to have it 100% covered because you just did that snow blue underneath. And I'm going to flash that for a few seconds. Okay, and then go to the next nail and put that silver on top. It's got such a pretty sparkle to it. by itself. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this silver. And the rose gold and the gold are really, really fantastic also. I'll show you in a minute if you want. So again, I'm just using my brush, dab it a little bit in that silver, and it will make it your glue. Get some on top and around. It's a really pretty blue. I should be able to send this glitter out all through the month of January. So if you use some and you really like it, you can place another order. I typically send it in every order. So if you order a couple times a month, you probably notice that you still get it the second time. But then it will be springtime. I might skip Valentine's Day this year just because I'm doing this for kind of the wintry look. I just want a shiny one. Okay. And sometimes you can use your lid and grab out of there, although it looks like I was doing that with the other one, and so now they're kind of stuck in the lid, but oh, that was a good piece. Sorry if any of you are saying anything. My iPad's not showing any comments, but I will respond as soon as I'm off. So now as I'm done with that, I'm gonna flash cure. So instead of finishing the last two, I'm just gonna show you how I finish when I'm completely done. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one, and this is my options clear or crystal clear, one of those. They work the same. And I'm gonna use this for my top coat. On my opposite hand, I had to do a little bit of finish filing because I'm not that good that I can get it completely the right shape and everything without finish filing when it's this much glitter. But with this hand or on a client, I typically can just encapsulate with this gel after I've applied it, and you can just look at it from one side to the other, see if there's any bumps, and if there's not, you can cure it and they'll be done. So I can flash this for just 2 seconds. 1, 2, and that'll just keep it from moving, and I can go ahead and do the next one. When I'm doing clients, I typically don't flash cure. Oh, I touched the cuticle on that, so I'm going to use an orange wood stick because I don't want to finish file. So I want to make sure that this is good to go. Now on this one, I'm actually going to do one extra step because as you see on this hand, there's no, oh, look at polish all over my finger. Didn't even notice that. I think I touched my swiping tool that had not been wiped off. Stick. Just get that little smidge out of the cuticle there. All right. Just check. All right, so what I'm gonna do with this one is after it cures just a little bit, maybe we're gonna give this about 5 seconds, I'm gonna use some outshine because I'm going to stamp my snowflakes on this nail. So by using the outshine, it will allow you to get a perfect finish for stamping. And you only have to put it on for about 10 seconds. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. It doesn't need to be thick, so sometimes this is a branded bottle, so sometimes when I put it on, it's a little heavy. So I'll actually go through and scrape it off, because by the time you've done all the glitter and everything, the nails are a little bit thicker than what I typically like to do. So, all right, so I'm gonna grab my stamping plate while this is curing. This one is CJS C26, it's Christmas plate from Clear Jelly Stamper, which is at Luvnailz. And I liked these ones where you have these different little snowflakes. And so I'm using these ones. So with 2 nails, I'm putting one on one hand and the other one on the other hand. So you get a little bit different look. All right, so this is totally clean, although you can see it has a little bit of a residue, but that's just from wiping with alcohol. So I'm going to use my number 2. And where is the scraper that left me completely messy? Oh, here it is, hiding. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of polish on this one. All right, so give that a scrape. Pick up. You should have a good coverage. Line up where you want them to go. Let's go here. And then I can look down it, and I like that snowflake, and I like that snowflake, and that snowflake. So you can add a little bit more by just doing that. And then all I have to do is finish with another coat of Outshine. And this one has snowflakes. Snowflakes and glitter. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys with a new design. Look at that. Oh, I just am covered. With something fun to do with this new glitter that's coming out in your orders. So I hope you guys have a great new year, and we'll catch you guys after the 1st. Bye.